Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ogbanje Joseph. Please subscribe to this channel, share, like, as well as drop a comment on the comment section. So, today our lecture is titled Overview of SWOT Analysis. Overview of SWOT Analysis. Now, SWOT analysis entails the objective analysis of a business strengths and weaknesses and its opportunities and threats in order to identify its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. An organization has to carry out internal and external evaluation and also opportunities, as and threat analysis, as well as strength and weaknesses analysis. Okay, now let us look at internal evaluation. Now, the internal evaluation starts with the identification of the profits contribution of each area, followed by allocation of resources, determination of risks involved, variety reduction, realistic allocation of costs, and the assessment of company resources. External evaluation starts with the determination of market stranding, determination of competitors' strengths and weaknesses, assessment of vulnerability of the business, that is of the business main production, to substitutes, assessment of the effects of economic changes on the business, interfirm comparisons and stock market valuation in terms of an assessment of the company's vulnerability, to take over. Now let us look at strength. Let us look at strength and weaknesses analysis now. Strength and weaknesses analysis involves scanning the internal environment of the business in order to identify its strengths and weaknesses. The entrepreneur needs to evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of a business periodically. Also, the entrepreneur can assess the internal environment of the business by critically looking at the internal factors in terms of the 5 S's, namely skills, strategy, staff, structure, systems, and shared values. Okay, to do this effectively, the entrepreneur needs to ask him or herself and answer questions pertaining to the 5X, that is, of course, in terms of their strengths and weaknesses, by developing questionnaires to ask questions pertaining to major internal environmental factors such as skills. What skills do the organizational members possess? What are the distinctive competencies of the organization? Then strategy. Does your business have a clear vision and mission? Are your business objectives / goals derived from its mission? Does your business have plans? Do you follow the laid down plans of the business as scheduled? Does your business have clear strategies to operationalize its policies? What skills do the organizational members possess? Okay, now what are the distinctive competencies of the organization? Then when you now come to staff, does the business have qualified staff for the relevant positions? Are the staff rightly placed? Does the business have adequate number of personnel to man the visions, the various positions? Then when we get to structure, does the business have an organizational structure or organogram? What type of organizational structure does your business adopt? Are there clear lines of reporting and communication? Then when we get to systems, does your organization have a system? What kind of system? That is management information system, accounting system, quality control and inventory system. Does your business have a place? All of these are the questions that needs to be asked. Okay? Now, if the answers to these questions are positive or the factors are present, then you record them as strength. And if the answers are negative, the factors are absent, then you record them as weaknesses. After this, each factor is rated as to whether it is a major strength, minor strength, neutral factor, minor weakness, or major weakness. Now let us look at opportunities and threats analysis now. This involves scanning the external environment of the business in order to identify the opportunities and threats. The entrepreneur can assess the external environment of the business by critically looking at the opportunities and threats emanating from changes in the major external environmental factors. For instance, opportunities in the technological environment could be availability of advanced technology, developments in information technology like the advent of the GSM opportunities in the political legal environment could be favorable. Okay, now that is technology like the advent of GSM. Then we also have opportunities in the political, legal, environmental, which could be favorable government policies. Then we have tax holidays. Opportunities in the demographic environment could be great market demand. Opportunities in the economic environment could be growing export market, increased consumer spending and growing industries. Now, positive seasonal influences are an opportunity in the natural environment. Opportunities in the other environment could be change in consumers' taste in favor of your product and intermediaries cooperation. Example of threats in some external environmental factors can come from direct competitors, indirect competitors, consumers, substitute products or services and suppliers. Okay, and of course we have suppliers. Okay, so those are just the major things. Now let us look at the entrepreneur can actually classify the overall attractiveness of a business once he or she has conducted a thorough opportunities and threats analysis. To this effect, threats could be classified according to their seriousness and probability of occurrence. To evaluate its opportunities, the business needs to operate a reliable management information system. The information obtained will enable the entrepreneur know if the business is ideal, that is it is high in major opportunities and low in major threats. So it's speculative, that is it is high in both major opportunities and threats. Mature business, that is if it is low in major opportunities and threats, and of course troubled if it is low in opportunities and high in threats. An effective opportunity and threat analysis is advantageous to the entrepreneur. It will enable the entrepreneur make decisions on whether the business should limit itself to those opportunities where it now possesses the required strength, or should consider better opportunities where it might have to acquire or develop certain strengths. The entrepreneur can classify the overall attractiveness of a business once he or she has conducted a thorough opportunities and threats analysis. To this effect, Threats could be classified according to their seriousness and probability of occurrence. To evaluate its opportunities, the business needs to operate a reliable management information system. Okay, the information obtained will enable the entrepreneur know if the business is ideal. That is, if if it is high and low in all of these things. Okay, now what is important? What is important here is that the entrepreneur at every point in time must study the threats, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats of his business at every point in time to know exactly the state the business is. Thank you very much.